What's up, YouTube? I'm not sure what part this is on homemade motorized dirt bike, but yeah, this is the video I've been waiting for. I'm finally getting rid of this piece of shit 3.5 horsepower motor. That piece of shit centrifugal clutch and belt thing. I spent, I don't know, like $250 on this. This is a brand new Predator engine, 6.5 horsepower motor. It's not Briggs & Stratton, but it's brand new, so there's nothing that's going to be wrong with it. It's going to last a long time because it is brand new. And in this box is my very first torque converter. I spent $130 on this thing. Shipping was free. It just got here like 5 minutes ago, and can't wait to open this thing up. I really hope it's the right one, number 40 chain. I really hope it's the right one. It should be the right one. Can't wait to open that. So I'm finally getting rid of this piece of shit motor, because this thing was so frustrating to ride. It takes like 5 minutes to get this thing started. So I'm finally getting rid of this thing and this torque converter, or centrifugal clutch, and putting a torque converter on this thing. But the bummer is this motor does not fit in there. It's just a little bit, off. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do just a little bit of modification to the frame, which is not making me happy. I'm gonna have to take the muffler off, maybe take the air filter off, do something to the gas tank, or bump the frame, this bar just a little bit up, like an inch. But anyway, let's open this box, 'cause I can't wait to see what's in this thing. Let's open this thing. Can't wait to see what's inside. I'm gonna try to do this while holding the camera. I'm gonna use my trusty, this thing, I forgot what it's called. Brass knuckles. That's what it's called. Jeez, took me a while to think of it. It's called brass knuckles. This is actually my very first time ordering something online. So, I'll clean all that up later. Ooh, look at this thing. Ooh, yeah, good. It's got all the bolts. Here we go. Is that 3/4 inch? I hope that is. I hope that's 3/4 inch. This thing looks sweet. Let's open it up. Where's my knife? Come on. Don't fall off the table. It's hard to do with one hand. Come on, you stupid plastic bag. Ooh. It's in, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, whatever this thing is. Sweet. And then a shaft. I've actually never had one of these things, so I have no idea what. Ooh. That's kind of sticking out a lot. This thing is sweet, man. Here's the cover to it. This thing was all like 130. So there's the sprocket. That's sweet. I can't wait to put this thing on the motor. And this thing is actually not designed for the Predator engine, so I'm gonna have to modify this thing a little bit just to fit it on the Predator engine. And so yeah, this thing is looking sweet. My first torque converter. Can't wait to put it on. Anyway, so let's enough looking at it and anyway, let's put this thing on the let's get the motor on the bike. Okay, so I attached the motor, I attached the aluminum plate, and I didn't bolt down the motor on there permanently, so because I'm not really sure where it's gonna be positioned. I had to take the gas tank off, the carburetor, air filter, and the exhaust pipe off to get this thing on. Then I'm gonna have to figure out some way to get the gas tank in there and that thing on there and make a new exhaust system. So, originally, if you've ever had a torque converter, you know that for some reason they're supposed to go right here. That's what the manual told me, but the company that sold me this kind of screwed me over because they sent me a number 41 sprocket only, and I need a number 40. So the difference is not in the sprocket, but how big the space is right there. And I know I could probably put washers in there, but you know, if the sprocket's right there, there's nothing that lines up to here. And then I realized I could put the sprocket right there, but there's nothing that lines up. And then I realized, what if I just make a really long shaft and put the sprocket like right there, and that perfectly lines up with this. So that's what I did, and I made modified a new shaft for this thing. So here's all the parts I made. So hopefully it's gonna work, and hopefully it's gonna not fail miserably on this thing. So yeah, look at this. It says 41 chain, and I spent $139.95. So, you know, and they also forgot to send me a part. Once you get this whole assembly on, then there's this little black thing that goes right here to hold on the cover. Right here, they forgot to send me that. So I have to use a washer, and so there's not that great of a. I'm not going to tell you the company because I don't want them to be like, well, don't dash us in front of the, YouTube or whatever. So anyway, let me put this on and show you what it's going to look like. This is what it looks like when it's on. Normally the sprocket goes right here, and then the chain just goes out right here, but I couldn't do that because. So I made it to stick out to right here, just like that, and there's no wobble in this thing, which is nice, and it lines up really nicely with this thing. Look at that. Why is it off? And I can adjust the motor just a tiny bit back and forth and a little bit side to side. So that's what it's gonna look like. I hope that there's not gonna be so much power on this thing that this thing's just gonna bend forward as soon as I hit the throttle. And hopefully it's gonna work, hopefully it's gonna last, and hopefully it's not gonna break the aluminum, because the aluminum is not really designed to have force being pulled this way. So, but there's these struts on here, which hopefully it's not gonna crack anything. So anyway, hopefully it works, hopefully it doesn't break, and now, let me finish putting the torque converter on, put the chain on, and then figure out how in the world I'm going to put the gas tank on this thing. Okay, I just put the gas tank on, put the muffler on. Muffler actually really looks sweet. Look at that thing. Torque converter's on, chain is on, everything's working, everything's spinning. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. That's what it looks like. That's the chain drive. That's what it's gonna look like. I have to get new brake pads for this thing, because right now, even when I had this this little puny 3.5 horsepower motor, you had to slam the brakes so hard just to even slow down. So with this thing, 6.5 horsepower with a torque converter, I'm gonna need some better brakes. So I have to go to Walmart or bike store or wherever they sell brake pads and get really good brake pads. Probably not Walmart. Why did I say Walmart? Don't go to Walmart and get brake pads. They suck. Anyway, after I get brake pads, all I gotta do, hook up the throttle. Throttle's not hooked up, and this thing is ready to test. This thing is looking sweet. Look at that. Brand new motor, brand new torque converter, brand new muffler, brand new everything. Only thing, seat still sucks. Gotta replace that with something better. And brakes still suck. I gotta replace those. This thing is looking sweet, and I gotta replace the tires because Look at that. They have they look nice, but they have no tread whatsoever. So as soon as you get in the grass, I'm probably not gonna be riding this thing in the grass, or in the grass, or I'm probably not gonna be riding this on trails. I'm just gonna be riding this thing on the road. But even though I'm gonna try to get some the tires that look like dirt bike tires, so this thing actually looks like a dirt bike. And anyway, so look for part. I have no idea what part that next video is. So look for the next video of this thing. So in that video, I'm gonna show this thing riding. I'm gonna show me riding this thing and how it performs. And let's see how it sounds, how it rides, how the torque converter works, and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe and have a nice day.